The reason for this video, I'm just gonna get straight to it. The reason of this video is to pretty much say that I am cutting down my ways of being a troll and the notorious asshole that I've been known to be. Because a couple days ago, a friend of mine, really close friend of mine, I consider her to be probably one of my best friends on IMVU and even in real life. She said something to me that made me really think about, just how I approach things and people, and it just made me look up at things a different way when it comes to IMVU and how I go about things. And what I mean by this is, back in 2010, IMVU was my escape from real life. Not anything severe, just, for typical reasons, to get away from school, to get away from your mom, to get away from the usual things. Usual things you want to escape from. See, writing was my escape. That's why I came to IMVU. That's why I started to write. In 2010, about that time, that was my escape. Before that, I was just here for fun, but in 2010, that was my climax. And that was when IMVU was at its climax. That's back when everything was as good as it was going to be. But the thing is that I don't realize now that people still do come here for that escape. Kind of like how I used to. And it makes me think that I'm trolling and being an asshole to the same people that I used to be. And I'm thinking like, dude, if someone like me today was around back then doing the same thing to me that I do to others, I'd be really upset because they're ruining my escape. They're ruining my retreat. They're ruining something for me, something that I go to get away from the other stress, not to just add more to the stress. See, the other day I guess I crossed the line, even though I didn't see myself really doing much, but the person expressed their feeling on the situation, and I kind of blew it off just because of how I was feeling, not taking into consideration their feelings. And yeah, I see that I was wrong now, because it's never okay to actually physically in real life cause harm to somebody, And I've never been one to, think that that shit's fucking cool, It's not cool. I don't want someone to fucking kill themselves because of fucking something I said to them. I don't want to see someone on the fucking news committing suicide because of something I typed just to get a laugh out of for a day. A day. It's not even worth it, And I realize that now. And the thing is that it only lasts a day. But the funny thing is that these same people come to IMVU expecting, a happy time. Listen, guys, like, I know that I'm saying I'm like cutting down, but the fact of the matter is, there's gonna be more people like me everywhere you go. It's not just IMVU, it's the internet, okay? This isn't a place to be emotionally fucking, I don't know, vulnerable. It's not a place to be emotionally vulnerable. It's not a place to be mentally vulnerable. It's not a place to go around telling people about your problems. People like us, trolls and assholes, we use shit like that to manipulate and bend to our own amusement. That's how we do things. That's what happens, okay? We don't care. See, we see your problems as a joke because they're your problems and not ours. When you see stupid shit on TV, you see someone fall and bust their ass, you laugh because it's their problem and not yours. It's funny that they're in pain and you're not. That's what it is to us. You're our entertainment. But at the same time, being role players of this community, it's also up to us, people like me, people who've been around for so long, it's up to people like us to kind of dig up the grave that IMV has been put in. See, people like how I used to be, how I was yesterday, earlier, weeks ago, trolls, assholes. See, we only kicked dirt into the grave. We need to start digging dirt back out and picking back up the coffin, opening it back up, and bringing back to life what was IMV roleplay 2 years ago. Because that's when it all started going down, when it hit its climax. 2 years ago, the main problem was the Shadow Empire, and they weren't even a real problem. They were just a rumored nuisance. That's all. That was the only problems that were had. Everyone else did their own thing. There was no forcing ideas and beliefs down people's throats. Everyone had their own way of doing things, and everyone was okay with it. Everyone minded their own business. Yeah, some of us didn't like it, but we still kept to our own group. See, some people these days, they don't do that anymore. See, today in the IMVU circuit, people look out for themselves. They create these races and characters that either can't be beaten or have a mean attitude all the time. They want to kill somebody. They want to have some kind of vendetta. They want to have just an asshole character for what? How is that helping the community? How is that making the roleplay better? You know? I mean, there was a time where I would laugh at these type of things, like how I would laugh at people trying to make a change. I would laugh at people trying to, do something right about the situation. The changing of time is needed. And there was a group called the Changing of Times at one point, and I took that. I buried that group with lack of faith because all I did was tear them down. And with that, they basically deleted the group and called it quits. Because me being who I was, the troll asshole, without helping at all, I didn't let them fucking do what they were trying to do and, help the community. But, kind of like now, I kind of see that it really needs help, And I'm not like trying to have like a pity party. I've been up for 23 hours, so I sound pretty tired right now. But anyways, that's besides the point. The fact of the matter is, I'm transitioning right now because I want to have a good time. I want this to be my escape again because I am tired sometimes. I do want to come home and roleplay. I do want to come home and write. I do want to come home and enjoy a good session with people that I actually have fun role-playing with. But I can't do that if there aren't people who are also participating with me. I can't do that if everybody's at each other's necks and not standing together and putting their own ideas and creative juices and their own skills and talents and, happiness and personality into the role play. It's not going to work if all that isn't there. If you're at each other's necks all the time, if you're fucking starting shit with people, if you're not throwing out ideas with each other, the group isn't going to work. Period. I don't care how many GMs you have. I don't care how many members you have. It's not going to work if you don't have all that shit together. You can have 10 GMs if you want to. Good luck. Because that's how Carringer is still failing right now. See, I didn't say I was going to stop being an asshole. I said I was going to cut it down. You can have as many people you want in your group. That doesn't mean it's successful. You have as many leaders as you want in your group. This doesn't mean it's going to be successful. Calendar has so many leaders, so many GMs. The role plays are shit. You see how successful they are. Yeah, they might not be on IMVU anymore because they've bumped up to their own website because they see the fuckery of IMVU. Because that's what this is, fuckery. IMVU is a fucking joke right now. It's not that hard to pick up the circuit as long as everybody else does it. Sure, maybe not everybody's going to do it, but all you need is a couple people to tilt the domino to have an effect. One domino hits another, and another, and another, and another. At least it's something, you know? But this is only a beginning, you know? And I apologize to those who I have hurt, who I have caused an issue with. Fucking Cricket, you're still a bitch. I don't like you, but, clean slate, I guess, right? Uh, Binks, what happened the other day, it kind of got escalated to something that I didn't really want to happen, but it did. So, there's not much I can do but say sorry. I mean, doesn't really mean much, but hey, at least I fucking said it, right? There's not really much else I wanna say at this point because I'm really fucking tired. I just want to go to bed, wake up, role play, have a good time, But for those who do see this video, and those who do actually make it to the end of this video without being completely bored out of their fucking mind, I encourage you to follow my footsteps and try to make this happen. Make the roleplay better, change your ways if you're how I was, transition a little bit, and hopefully this can be the start of a transition in whole. Let's bring back IMV roleplay, guys. You've just been Zoidded. You're welcome.